Hello and welcome to the Yoga for Endurance Athletes course. This is our last class, our 6th class, and we will start today by practicing our breathing standing. I have been really working on practicing this breathing while I'm walking our dog and taking a certain number of steps on the inhale into my belly, certain number of steps on the exhale, and just working that and seeing how it goes. So let's come into our mountain pose and have our feet solid on the ground like we always have been, our knees slightly bent and a little back so that they're over our ankles, our hips forward, squeezing our butts a little bit, and our shoulders out, and our head, our skull on top of our shoulders. And we're just practicing your breathing into your belly and out through your nose. So the whole focus is breathing in through your nose. Bring our arms up overhead, come down into forward fold, inhale, half lift, and then we'll come in our high to low plank, inhale, and exhale back into downward dog. So we'll just stick with this sun salutation a few times. Let's come back into our downward dog and do our feet backwards a little bit, heels towards the ground, open up our backs of our legs, sink our ears into our elbows, bring them down. Pay attention to your breathing. Good. Look to the top of the mat. Inhale. Walk your feet forward as you exhale into forward fold. Half lift, forward fold, all the way up into mountain. Hands back down. Forward fold, inhale, half lift. Step back, exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, downward dog. And we'll do that 2 more times. Keep working your shoulders, keep working your calves and your hips and your core. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. Exhale, inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up, all the way down. Half lift. High to low plank. Inhale, Cobra, or upward facing dog, and downward dog. Good. Inhale, top of the mat. Half lift. Forward fold. All the way up. Mountain, all the way down. Half lift, high to low plank, into Cobra or upward facing dog, and downward dog. All right, stay in downward dog for a moment. Work your stuff out. Good. Inhale your right foot up into 3-legged dog and bring it forward, and we'll come into a warrior 1. All right, we did a lot of warrior 1s last week. All right, we're gonna do this routine once fairly quickly and then do it again slowly. All right, from here, We'll come into a warrior two. Rotate your shoulders, leave your knee over your ankle. Check your back knee and your back foot. Now we'll come into reverse warrior. Good. Cartwheel your hands back down to the mat. Push your right foot back into downward dog. And left foot up, left foot forward into warrior one. Inhale, exhale into warrior two. Inhale and exhale into reverse warrior. Good. Inhale and exhale, your hands down to the mat, left foot back and into a downward dog. All right, let's get ready because we'll do some longer poses now. Refine your breath, rediscover your breath into your belly, in through your nose. Good. Right foot up, right foot forward, warrior one. So it's going to be really important as we hold these poses longer to be in that strong foundation pose where you've got a bunch of weight on your back foot as well as the front foot. You're balanced. That's it. Just keep inhaling and coming up. Exhale. Sink a little bit farther. Good. Inhale and exhale into warrior two. Leave your knees and legs right where they are. Just rotate your shoulders around. Check your front knee, because oftentimes when you're doing this, it tends to roll in. So keep it out over your ankle. Check your back arm. Keep as much distance between your hands as you can. Good. Inhale and exhale into reverse warrior. You're reaching your right hand up. 2 more breaths. Good. Bring your hand down to the mat. Bring your feet forward. Roll your left foot forward and turn to the other side of the mat. Come into warrior one on the other side. Here we go. Torso back. Torso up. Here we go. Arms towards the ceiling. Keep playing with your back foot. Keep it mostly flat on the ground. Good. Inhale and exhale into warrior two. Check your front knee. Check your torso. Good. Inhale and exhale into reverse warrior. Good. Bring your arm back down. Have your feet face forward. Now, other direction from the original spot. Walk your left leg up into mountain pose. And you can take a break, get a drink of water, and then come back into mountain pose when you're ready. All right, we're going to be doing a few more challenging poses this time around. We're going to do them once like we just did, fairly quickly, and then we'll come in and really get into them and really practice our breathing when it's tough. All right? So we'll be in our mountain pose, focusing on our breathing. Hands at our side. Good. Take an inhale, and then with your right foot, step back into a crescent lunge. Push your weight back to your back heel towards the mat so that you're creating that balance again in weight, so that you're more centered than leaning forward. And when you feel like you've got a pretty good foundation, bring your arms up overhead. Good. This is crescent lunge. From here, we'll inhale up and exhale down into lightning pose, which we've done before. And now comes the fun stuff. I'm going to flip around here so you can see what's coming next. So in lightning, we will come from here, keeping our hands where they are, we'll come up into airplane. All right, and then from here, we'll have already set up our block here. From airplane, we will drop our hand into half moon and try to open up into half moon. Good, and then drop your back foot. All right, then rotate around, so now your right foot is forward, and we'll be in crescent lunge. This direction. This is a fun flow. This is not easy though, especially when we start holding it. It's going to be a challenge. Good. And come back into lightning pose. Inhale and exhale into airplane pose. I forgot the block again, and then into half moon. Good, and bring your arm back up and feet up. All right, so then come back to the top of the mat. And now we'll do that slowly, all right? So in mountain pose. Inhale, step your right foot back into crescent lunge. Okay, make sure that heel's going backwards. And there's a back bend, so there's a lot of weight on your back foot, which is what you want because a lot of weight's going to be on your front later. So unlike the warriors, your feet are shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit more in crescent lunge to create a little bit more balance. You also really feel this in your right hip flexors. Three more breaths. Really struggling to bring the air into my belly. Good. Inhale and exhale into lightning pose. Keep the back heel pushing back. Good. Good. Now, airplane pose. Arms are still behind you. Find that spot on the floor. Two more. Good. Reach your left hand down. Have it on the block. Let's come into half moon. And this is all about opening up your shoulders and your hips, really. Not just your leg. Really focus on your breathing into your belly. Good. And bring your arms down, your leg down, your hands to your waist. Flip your feet around so now you're going with your right foot is forward. I'm going to move the block so that it is ready this time. All right, bring your left foot back. On the exhale, let's come into crescent lunge on this side. Keep trying to reach your hands to the ceiling. Look up. Create a back bend. One more breath. Good. And inhale back down to lightning pose. All right, and then let's come into airplane. Keep your knee soft, slightly bent. Three more breaths. Good. Right hand onto the block, onto the floor. Let's open up into half moon. Good. Bring your feet back down. Come to the top of the mat in the mountain pose. Get a drink. It's good work. All right, then inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale down to forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Then put your hands on the mat and come in to a seated position so that you're roughly in the middle of the mat. And we'll do some core work by doing some boat poses. So with boat, you're simply, it's like a V-sit kind of thing, and you're trying to keep the weight onto your sit bones and leaning back, lifting up your feet and holding this. All right, this is where the breathing practice comes in, because you're tensing everything and you're just trying to keep everything straight and breathe into your belly. And down. Okay, let's do one more. Lean back. If you need to, you can bring your knees in closer. You can extend them all the way, which I can't quite do. And down. Good. Let's roll forward, and what we're going to do is come into a crow pose. And I'm not a huge fan of this, but it is kind of fun to do as an arm balance pose. I'm not as big a fan simply because my wrists that I've had a few surgeries on is not necessarily a fan of putting all this weight on it, but it is a fun pose to do regardless. So last week we came into that squat pose with our elbows inside of our knees, and that's where we start. And then you end up putting your hands flat on the mat, and the back of your arms, your triceps, become ledges on which your inner thighs start to get placed on, I guess is how you say it. So you're holding it like this, so that my elbow is in between the crease of my knee. And then you are just gonna slowly but surely, I'm just coming up in my back toes right now. And then you come off slowly. Good. And just keep trying it. Some people put a block in front of their forehead in case they fall forward, which is a great idea. So it's like this. And this is another way of a modification too. Ah! The block isn't supposed to move though. How did you get a concussion during yoga? Well, I fell on my head. All right. Good. All right. From here, enough of that foolishness, huh? All right. Let's come into a downward dog. And from a downward dog, we're going to be coming into some plank work. So come down into a plank. We're going to bring a knee into your triceps, push back in the downward dog. Other knee into triceps and back out. Let's do one more on each side. Good. So as a modification for that, you can be coming on your knees and just moving your knee forward like that. And that also does a lot of good work for your shoulder joints as well as your core. All right, we are almost getting towards the end here. So we'll do one more core kind of work, but working more side to side. So get your hands out into a T, bring your feet up into the air, and we're just gonna do some windshield wipers all the way down and all the way back. Inevitably, I get some nice snap and crackles and pops in my spine. Now, to make this easier, just use your knees bent. Don't come down as far. Whatever you need to do today. Do one more on this side. You can do as many of these as you would like. Good. Bring your knees to your chest. We'll end class the way we always do. Rolling around on the mat. Good. Then bring your feet up into happy baby. Good. And then let's come into a savasana. So have your back down on the mat. And as always, you are free to use this as a few minutes of simple relaxation. Those of us who are challenged by sitting still for more than 5 or 6 seconds, I will be using this as breathing practice. And start to wiggle your toes and your feet. And make your way up to a seated position. Find the breathing back into your belly. And then bring your arms up overhead on the inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. All the way up. Hands to heart center. All the way up. And hands to heart center. I'm grateful for all the work that we have all put in over these last 6 weeks. I appreciate your presence, your feedback, your comments on the Facebook page. I appreciate the attention that you have put into yourself to help your body become stronger and faster, not only for your sport, but for your life. Namaste. All right, that's it. You've done amazing. This last week's poses, there was definitely some challenges. So this course is yours now. You may practice this as much as you would like. I highly encourage you to continue doing this, to continue doing the work of creating the mobility and the stability in your body. If you have questions about yoga, about strength training, about endurance coaching, please let me know. Paul W. at Simple Endurance Coaching. I urge you to go to the website at Simple Endurance Coaching to fill out a contact form, fill out the blog, contact, and let's stay in touch. All right, thank you so much. Take care of yourself.